Welcome to this review of Kindle Oasis. I'm Dr. Samuel Baraja, and I'll be reviewing my new Kindle Oasis which I bought in the month of August, third week. So Kindle Oasis is the premium form of Kindle e-reader. I never had an e-reader before. Only this is my first e-reader, and I just bought the premium one. I did not buy the Kindle Paperwhite. I do not have any experience with that, so I cannot compare with those features. What I had was that what I still have is the Samsung S1 tab, which I bought in 2013, and I'm anchored to that when I look at this because I was reading using that or my laptop or even this mobile phone in which I'm recording. But I was not able to read consistently in all these devices. So I chose to buy a Kindle so that I can keep it like this in front of my laptop, and I can read when keep reading. Even as I play game or watch something, I can keep reading, along with whatever I'm doing on my PC. So I did that also for 3 or 4 days. This is the fifth day, so I'm planning to continue to do that, especially when I'm playing some FPS games. Now coming back to the cost of this device, it's 24,000 which I funded through the EMI, Zest EMI, and that is how I funded this because I thought it's important to get this and keep reading, increase my reading, develop and strengthen my reading habit, increase my knowledge and productivity. So let us go and have a look at this device. So I'll just rotate it. This is the screen side. You can see the extra area outside the screen which is given here, and there are two buttons here. And on the back you can see this is made up of aluminum, with the Amazon label on it. I heard that Kindle Paperwhite is plastic. Since I do not have any experience with it, I do not see anything special with this one because it's not as good as the Samsung tablet, but this is good for reading because that's the only thing I'm going to do with this. So with that, I'll show you this is the on off button, and these are the buttons, 2 buttons. You just press it, it will go up and down, that's all, nothing else. You can use it for turning the pages and going up and down the library. Now this is my library, and you can see here at the bottom of the screen you have a home and you have a library. So this is my home page, not my library page. This is my home page, and I'm going to click the library. So it is moving to the, now we are looking at my library page. You can see these books. We can arrange the books in different formats. For that, on the right top corner, just above the list, we have 3 lines. You press this, and here we have some choices. It's about sorting. You can sort the order of books by most recent or time, title, author, publication, ascending and descending order alphabetically. And below that we have the option for grid, list and collection. So let us go, this is the list. Now one by one is a list, whereas the grid will be, so this is how the grid will look. And the collection, again we press that, we come to the collection. So I don't have much of a collection, only a few, but you can create your collection by pressing this add sign, and you can add and sort out your books into different collections. So that's a good thing. So I'll go back to the list, and my preference, I was just searching using the author's name, so I'm using author, and it will be in ascending order. So you just have to touch this arrow and it will disappear. Now there's an arrow above, so if I touch it, so we get this pop down screen where we have the aeroplane mode, dot mode, sync, and then we have brightness and warmth. So brightness, I usually need more brightness because I said I was reading in a Samsung tablet or my PC. I don't find this level is not at all adequate for me. I find it very distressing. I cannot read the anything less than 19 or 20. 20 I'm okay. Warmth is 3 is good for me. Well, otherwise 18 is to again I'm not comfortable with that. My comfort level is 20 and 3. So you can set it up to your comfort level, and also you can use auto brightness, but I did not see that functioning. It was functioning, it is functioning well, yes. Warmth, you can schedule the warmth according to your, if it is night, you can increase the warmth. All those things can be done here. I'm not using it, that feature, I don't need that. So I'm keeping it simple. Okay, now very important thing is going into the settings. Okay, so the settings. So once you go into settings, you have your account, device name, personal information, social network, and then you can send the Kindle email, documents, all those things can be sent to the Kindle email. They are giving you a Kindle email address. Okay, so mine is Samuel Inbaraja 2. So that is mine. You can see that. And the person, so I'll show you everything. So we'll start with the device name, that section. So this is my Samuel's Oasis. So I already have my device name. I can change it and save it. So next we come to personal information, my library, identify a library by adding some personal information. So I just wrote this. And then social network. As you can see, there is only one social network, which is a reading social network called Goodreads. You have to register with Goodreads before you can set up the Kindle. And then going back to the settings. So we are having next is you can deregister your Kindle from the Amazon account, deregister device. So that can be done here. So I'm canceling it. Then there is a section for send to the Kindle email. So next we come to the wireless option, then device options. What's the device options? So display the cover. So display cover means when it is sleeping, it will display the cover of the book I'm reading. So that was very useful because I can continue to read that book rather than jumping over to some other book. So that was a this is a very useful feature. So next we have the device info. So this is Kindle Oasis 10th generation, and then all the Wi-Fi, MAC address, serial number, network capability, firmware version, which is Kindle 5.14.3.2, and then I have space available, which is 26.84 GB. Okay, so that is device info. Next we come to display settings. So display size, so standard and large. I am having the standard. You can set it according to your preferences. And warm schedule, which I showed you earlier, and then the night light. So I'm not using all those things. I don't need those things. I'm keeping it at my comfort level. That's where I can read. So I don't want to keep changing it, and I'll so that I'm more comfortable with that. So next we come to device passcode. Okay, not enabled. Then restart your Kindle. We can do the restart here, reset here, and advanced option, which I would like to show you. So here you can, in advanced option, you can set up the time. Now it's 3:18 a.m. So early in the morning or middle of the night, however you look at it. Then we have the home and library. So here we have the collection and how one wants his collections to be shown in the library. So there's the collection view, the show favorites in library, show all in the library. So I'm going to switch it to all, and then I'll go back. Going back to home and library. So again, advanced options, you have time, home and library, then whisper sync for books. So this is for whisper sync. Then we have the privacy, then storage management. So that is what you get in advanced options. Okay, so we'll go to, so that is the device option. Now we'll move to reading options. So reading options, you have the page refresher. Refresh the display with every page turn. So I did not come this side, so I'm also saying it for the first time. Then we have the vocabulary builder, which I'm using it, and then there's the page turn buttons. So I have to configure it, the default forward and back. So that is why you're going to use these buttons, 1, 2, so you can forward and backwards. That's the default position. I'm comfortable with that. Next we have the language and dictionaries, and I've chosen the English United States along with one keyboard. So what are the options in language? We get a lot of languages. Okay, I don't know where all the East Asian languages, then Russian, Portuguese, Dutch, Italian, French, Spanish, English, and German. So all these languages are available. And then we have the keyboard. So I have the English United States keyboard. You just have to click, select the one you want. There are others like in Afrikaans or Arabic, all those things you can download, even Chinese, but have nothing to do with those things, so it's fine. Then in languages and dictionary, we have dictionaries. So I'm using the new Oxford American Dictionary. So the only other option is the Oxford Dictionary of English. So they give you 2 for building your vocabulary. And then the Chinese sort order, that's not, so I'm not going to go into that. It's not for me. Next is accessibility for people with special needs or low vision, hearing, etc. And parental controls. If you think it's important, you can have a, you know, you can restrict the access to web browsers, store, cloud, and Goodreads on. I'm not enabled anything because I am the only user. Nobody else is going to use it. I'm going out of the home. So these are the parental controls. Finally, you have the help and user guides, which you can use. I can use for learning more about this Kindle device. Okay, so there is a quick start guide and the help along with the Kindle user guide, features and functionality, and a tutorial through the new features of Kindle. So all those things are there. So I'll just go through this tutorial. New features, introducing the Kindle experience. Help you learn. This tool will help you learn how to navigate your Kindle's features. So let us learn about that. It's relevant to this review. So quick access to settings. Swipe down to quickly access controls like airplane mode. So that is talking about the tap down. So that is there. Followed by home, library, and current reading. So we have the home, library, and current reading. I'm reading all these books in the top row from my library, so that is current reading. And I can go to my home page, which I am there, and I can go to the library, which I showed you earlier. Fourth, you can scroll left and right. Okay, so I can scroll it this way and that way. So that's what it means. I can go more than these books. I can see and choose. Next, new quick scrolling experience. So we have a scroller on the side, which is new. So this is the new quick scrolling experience. You can navigate it by tapping, dragging, holding the arrow here at the end of the scroll. So the final new features is a more menu. Tap this icon, more menu. There is a more menu icon, which is nothing but those three dots you see there. So that is the more menu icon where you can access the reading lists, web browser, and more. So I hope this review was informative. So this is since my brightness levels are high, I am charging it every night, and since I keep reading throughout the day as long as I'm in front of the computer, the battery lasts for 12 to 13 hours with this setting, high brightness setting. If it is too I can switch, decrease it when I'm not reading, and that will help save the battery. So that thing is possible, but that's not a problem because I can always charge it and and overnight, and then in the morning it is ready, 100% charged. So that's what I'm doing, and it's very convenient and useful. So there's a dark mode and sync. So what is the dark mode? You can see, so nothing but it's all in black, and the brightness is less, and it will consume less battery. So you can use the dark mode if you are so we reached the end of this review. I hope it was useful. If you like it, smash the like button and the subscribe button along with the notification bell. I'll review more things, books, movies, and also, as Jesus Biker Sam, I will be traveling shortly, but not long distance. God bless you. Have a nice day. Now I'll show you how to read a book with Kindle. So the Kindle is sleeping now. We have to wake it up. So back to the library and let us open a book. Okay, so let us open the Bible of Options Strategies. So I'll open that book. So if you click on the right side, it will move to the next page. On the left side, it will move to the back page. And then if you click the left top corner, you will get these options. The title of the book, Bible of Option Strategies, and then you will have option to go back home or to change the font size. As you can see here, theme, you can have a compact theme or a large theme. I have customized my theme. You can have it for low vision, you can adjust it for low vision, and that is how I have saved my customized settings. So I have customized it. Next we move to fonts. So here, bold, there is a spectrum for bold. So bold 4, that is why these words are appearing bold. So if I reduce it, let's try that. So you can see the change in the, I'll just show you. And you can see the bold returning, full throttle with 5 and going back to 1. So this, okay, so that is the bold. Next we come to size. So 1 to 14. So 14, this is the largest size, only a few lines, 1, 2, 3, so 6, 7 lines. Whereas if it is at 2, so it will be more for like a page from a book. So I kept it at 2, and boldness is at 4, so I'll keep it like that. Next we come to layout. The layout, there are different layout patterns available. Margins, you can have it, low margin, then moderate amount of margin, then high margin. Margin means the periphery is more with more margin. Okay, so that's what I mean. And the spacing, the same thing. There's the low spacing, medium level of spacing, and high spacing. So I'll show you the spacing. So I'm in high spacing, so the medium spacing, so it's gone up. Low spacing will be even more, so medium again, and then high spacing. So I kept the high spacing. Low margin, alignment. So my end of the sentences or end of the line is aligned throughout. I can remove the alignment here, and you can see there is a non-alignment of the end of the lines. Next is orientation. I'm having the portrait orientation, and we can have a landscape orientation also. So that will change the whole thing 90 degree. So you can use it even like this if it is convenient. So I can keep it this way. It looks like a tablet, and I can use it if the orientation is altered. So I kept it in this orientation, but I'll change it. This looks more comfortable to me. So I'll keep it in the landscape mode. And more. What more do we have? More we have reading progress, page in book. You can have a lot of options like time left in the book, time left in chapter, location in the book, all these can be used, but only one of them at a time. So that I think should be improved. Again, more show check clock while show the clock, and book mentions about this book, assist on all those things, all those information I can get in the book. So again, I have to click the left top corner and I will get these options as I told you. So now we'll move to the bookmark and search, and this is again nothing but the table of contents. Okay, so the contents, the page, location, about the author, chapter 1, 2, 3, and then anything you highlight. So now we can touch the left top corner to get these options and the table of contents, and I can go to any part of the book from here. I can go to the strategy table, glossary, page allocation, chapter 8, etc. So that is a very convenient way of navigating. Now you can close this using this close tab, and then there's buttons. So I'm going to press this button. It's moving, you can see. So when you're reading, you can keep you can overview the whole chapter 2, if you say, you can see the whole thing. And then you can go back and plan accordingly. You can, I'm going to press this side, it's going to go back. Everything is quite fast. So in no time we'll be in the start of the chapter 2. So that was chapter 2. So that is how we can move the pages when you're lying down and not tap it. You can just you're holding this part of the Kindle, you can use it. You can just press the buttons to move turn the pages. So this feature is available only in I think Kindle Oasis. These are the good features, and I like it. I can just keep it here, as I said, functionally. I can keep playing the games, and I can read. I can eat my food here. I can keep reading. It's a very useful way of reading, because I'm not rushing through the pages. I am reading this and my mind is getting some time to process that as I do something there. These are two different areas of the brain working at the same time and different things, so my mind is able to process what I'm reading much better than if I read it continuously. That's more difficult for the brain than if I read a paragraph or two, then I play the game, and then I turn the page, and then I read the next page. I'm able to understand more and also retain more. That works for me like that. I don't know how it will be for you. I think you should try it. Some sort of immersion. I'm spending more time in the page, and I'm able to look back and play and then come back. Oh yeah, this is what it means. So all those aha moments are also coming up. It's just happening. Okay, so Kindle Oasis is a good device for reading books, to strengthen your reading habits and increase your knowledge and productivity. So I would recommend you to buy this or any other Kindle. You can buy the lowest features, and I think even that is better than not having it, because you can keep reading. So that will be my last words about Kindle, and I'll end the review here. God bless you. Thank you. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe button.